Shalom, shalom. Hey, this is Officer Marakad of the Masharah Yasharala. Shalom to everybody. How you doing? Peace and blessings. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Power Yahweh of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world can call Jesus Christ. Shemai, Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Achad. Hero Israel, the Lord our power is one power. Right? So let's get straight to the point here. I've been going in on Matthew 6 and 33 for a couple of days now, and I think it's very important for me to do so. And that's what I'm doing. All right. Oh, it's not doing it more. Okay, I'll fix that. Let me get. This is the wrong KJV. All right. Oh. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33. So, if you've been following me from the first video to the second video, I've been going in on the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness. And I think it's very important because we are losing track. I mean, we are just losing sight of things. We're not really paying attention. Everybody is all on doctrine breaking down. Everybody's on breaking down this doctrine, that doctrine, that doctrine. They're forgetting about the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness. It's true. All over. Nobody's really teaching the laws. Nobody cares about powers, rulership, and authority. So, I have been. I've been paying attention. And I wanted just to bring it out and give an understanding so everybody can have an understanding. Remember, hey, to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to this channel. All right? Support the ministry, man. I'm always going into the law, and I'll always teach the law, okay? I like doing that. So, hey, that's all. As I go. Matthew chapter 6 and verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh and His righteousness. So seek that first. Right? So let's go into the kingdom. How do we see the kingdom? Matter of fact, what does it look like? In order to seek something, you got to know what it looks like. You got to know how to identify it. These things are very important. Let's identify it because first, now, let me go over here before I go anywhere. Let's go to Luke 17 and 20 real quick. Just want to establish this first. Luke chapter 17. Verse 20. All right. And when He was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of Yahweh should come, He answered them and said, the kingdom of Yahweh cometh not with observation. Neither shall they say, lo here, or lo there. For behold, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's within you. And understanding that kingdom of heaven is within you, it's easy for somebody to take the kingdom from you. They can try to take you from the kingdom. They can. Because if the kingdom is within you, let's give an example real quick of the kingdom. No. Let me not go too fast. I'm just so happy. Let's not go too fast. But the kingdom is within you. So let's go over here real quick. Let's go to Matthew 13. Excuse me. And don't start acting up on me now. Okay, this is Matthew 13 and 31. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds. Remember, Yahweh was saying he didn't choose us because we were the most and because we were the least. We're the least. Right? Verse 32, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs. When it is grown, it is the greatest amongst herbs, and becometh a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. These other nations are the birds. These bird, we call them these bird month. We call them these bird fools. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some birds. You know what I'm saying? They come and lodge in the branches. They want to know what you know. They want to hear what you got to say. And they just come over there on your branches because you're grown. You've grown. They want to see what you've learned. Because the kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation. You're not going to be able to say it's over there, it's over here. It's within you. And it grows. And it starts as a little seed and you feed it. That's why you study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh. And it was that other part for Apollo watered, but the Most High gave the increase. So you can learn this and learn that, but the Most High gives the increase. Right? So let's go to a little example and whatnot. Let's go to Deuteronomy 30 and 19. Gotta go to the law. Gotta go to the law, man. Deuteronomy, the second one. 30. And this is a very important precept to always bring up first. I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live, that thou mayest love Yahweh thy power, and that thou mayest obey his voice, and that thou mayest cleave unto him, for he is thy life, and the length of thy days, that thou mayest dwell in the land, which Yahweh sware unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give them. So this is how it grows of coming back. Understanding there's a blessing and there's a curse, and to choose life. Right? Let's go back up to 1 real quick. And let's start there now. Right? And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse. Right? Remember Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 15. If you hearken unto his laws and his commandments, this is what's going to happen. But if you don't, these are the curses, which have I set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether Yahweh thy power hath driven thee. So if you over here in San Diego, you over here in LA, and you going through it, you're going to call this to mind like, man, I ain't been listening to the Lord. That's why I'm going through this. You're going to call them to mind. Yahweh said that in Deuteronomy 30. He said, wherever we be at, we're going to call to mind what he just said. Because he said before us a blessing and a curse. And whatever we're going through is because we did something. Rejoice in thy affliction. All right, verse 2. And shalt return unto Yahweh thy power, and shalt obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day. Thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul. That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He's going to turn the captivity. If you hearken to verse 1 and 2, he says in 3 that then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whether Yahweh thy power hath scattered thee. Here we go. Here comes the rulership. Because if he's going to turn the captivity, he's about to put us on top. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1. I go there. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. That is rulership. That is power. That is authority. That is power, rulership, and authority. The kingdom is salvation on earth. Powers, rulership, and authority. Let's go back over here to Deuteronomy 30, though. Verse 3. That then Yahweh thy power will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whether Yahweh thy power hath scattered thee. And why did he scatter us for a curse and a reproach? Deuteronomy 28 and 64 to 65. And Yahweh thy power, hold on. Verse 4. If any of thine be driven, talking about your kids or your wife or something, be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven. This is for those people that are in the truth. And you a brother, you got kids that over here and baby mama got them. No matter where they are, the Most High is going to go and get them. And Yahweh thy power gather thee. From thence will Yahweh thy power gather thee. And from thence will Yahweh fetch thee. And Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed. That's rulership. And thou shalt possess it. Rulership. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. That's what I was talking about in the second video I did, that you got to be okay with this stuff happening, because we're going to possess our enemies in that land. You're going to have to be okay with this. I'm okay with this. I'm fine with this. They done possessed us already. Whose possessors slay us and hold themselves not guilty. I'm okay with this. The Most High likened his judgment unto a ring. What comes around, goes around. Hey, it is what it is. Suck it up. We had to do it. Verse 5. And Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. Right? So let me just, I don't want to do that. Verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies. Hold on. I'm sorry. Verse 5. And Yahweh thy power will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it. And he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. Right? He's going to exalt us above our fathers have ever been. And Yahweh thy power will circumcise thine heart, and the heart of thy seed, to love Yahweh thy power with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Circumcise, cut off that stony heart. Right? A lot of our people got stony hearts, man. They just walk around just pissy. Mug on me and everything. You go into the grocery stores, man, they be the cash register females and males. Mug be mean. Sometimes you don't even want to say nothing. They have stony hearts. Their mind is heavy. Most High gonna circumcise our hearts. Give us a new one, a new body, a new glory. Verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Ooh, we'll put that on them other nations that did what they did to us. Can't do nothing about that. Can't do nothing about that. What can you do? Nothing. Nothing. And thou shalt return and obey the voice of Yahweh, and do all his commandments which I command thee this day. And Yahweh will make thee plenteous in every work of thine hand. This is powers, rulership, and authority. In the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy land, for good. For Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. Right? And how did he rejoice over us for good? And Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good. Said it twice. And the fruit of thy land for good, for Yahweh will again rejoice over thee for good, as he rejoiced over thy fathers. What is good? Let's go to Romans 7 and 12 real quick. I'm not going to go on my screen, I'm going to go on my phone. Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good. The commandment holy. Keep the law, keep his word and what he said. The Most High, see how great the Most High is? He's even subject to his own word. A man must live by every word which cometh out of his mouth. He subject himself to his own word. Right? Crazy, huh? Let's skip up to 15 real quick. See, I have set before thee this day life and good, and death and evil. And that I commanded thee this day to love Yahweh thy power. What is love? Love is keeping the commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, keep my commandments. Let's get that. This is John chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments. Let's go to John 14 and 21. Go up a little bit more. He that hath my commandments, because you're keeping them, right? John 14, 21. He that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father. And I will love him, and he will manifest, and I will manifest myself to him. Let's go to John 15 and 10. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love. That's Hamashiach Yahushua. Even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. And this is also a cut for the people who say Hamashiach Yahushua didn't keep the Most High commandments. Deuteronomy 6 and 25, his righteousness. And that's what the precept is, Matthew 6 and 33. Seek ye first the kingdom of Yahweh first and his righteousness. 2 Ezra 15 and 24. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Hamashiach Yahushua. All right. So let's keep on. Keep on here. I don't want to go off, deviate and go completely off track. All right. 16. And that I command thee this day to love Yahweh, which is keep the commandments, thy power, to walk in his ways, and to keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply. And Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, your mind turn away, so that thou not hear, so thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other powers and serve them, I denounce unto you this day, he said, evil coming to you, basically, that ye shall surely perish. He's going to kill you. And that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land, whether thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. See? And this is how he ended it. And this is how he ended it. To say, I call heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Hey, powers, rulership, and authority, the kingdom of heaven. It cometh not by observation. So let me define it just a little bit more. I'm not going to go too far on that, y'all. It's a lot. I don't want to take everybody off course. I just want to say, keep the commandments, man. Let me go over here real quick. And his righteousness. Deuteronomy 6 and 25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before Yahweh our power, as he commanded us. Right? It's a good thing to do so. You don't want to not do his commandments. You don't want to not do his righteousness. You don't want to do those things. Right? We get Judges 5 and 11. Because you're supposed to rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord. See, but now you're understanding what righteousness is. That's the whole thing. Judges. They that are delivered, Judges chapter 5, verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers in the places of drawing water, only the servants go get the drawing water. You know what I'm saying? The archers are coming in here from brick. You know, places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh. And what is this righteousness? We just left there, Deuteronomy 6 and 25. You must rehearse the commandments. You must rehearse the commandments of the Most High, right? And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments. You have to rehearse them before Yahweh our power as He hath commanded, right? So if you're rehearsing them, this is something that you should always do. Let's get to the book of Psalms 119 real quick. Psalms 119. See, y'all thinking it's something else, but it's not. See, I'm going to go to Psalms 119, 172. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Let your tongue always speak of the Most High word, His righteousness. It's a rehearsal. You always should speak about it. You always should be doing it. It should always be on your tongue. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. And let me go here, because it's the favorite one. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Right? That's righteousness. See, some of our people, they're gonna just, man, I feel bad for my people. I love my people. So I have so much compassion on y'all and the things you do, because y'all just not paying attention. And you don't care because you got stony hearts. You got uncircumcised hearts. Your heart is just uncircumcised, man. And you need to circumcise yourselves, literally and metaphorically. I want y'all to remember this though. Proverbs 11:4. Riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way. The righteousness of the perfect, that's how you become perfect, is keeping his righteousness. The righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. So you can fall by your own wickedness, but you can't fall by the Most High's righteousness. Verse 6, the righteousness of the upright shall deliver them. That's what's going to deliver you, the righteousness. Right? But transgressors shall be taken in their own naughtiness. And watch this. And you think you're so bad right now. A lot of you, maybe got stacks of money all on TV and everything else. Man, Most High don't care about that. Verse 7, when a wicked man dieth, his expectation shall perish. Ain't nobody going to remember what you did. That, oh, he gone. Move on to the next. And hope of unjust men perisheth. You're an unjust brother, an unjust sister. Nobody going to remember you. Okay, they gone by. But 8, the righteous is delivered out of trouble, and the wicked cometh in his stead. Hey man, the Most High gonna laugh at you. He gonna mock you when your calamity cometh upon you. He will. He said it too. All right. And with that, man, I give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And with that, shalom.